Hello, hello, everybody. So let's get started for our Monday intention activation. So first, let's give ourselves a little stretch like we usually do. Make sure when you do that, first that it's safe for you to do that, and then just be present, very present with every move that you're choosing to make with your body. So basically use your stretch as a way to already ground yourself, anchor yourself into your body, connecting with yourself. And then whenever you're ready, just sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor if you can. Comfortable, but not too comfortable that you would end up snoozing. And then switch your attention, your focus first on your feet. Just notice the weight of your feet on the ground. Maybe tap your feet on the floor a little bit, even wiggle your toes. Notice the points of contact between your feet and the floor. Just there with that intention to anchor yourself, ground yourself into the earth. Feeling that contact with the earth. And then shift your focus, and this time shift your focus all the way up into your chest, in the middle of your chest, into your heart. There we're going to connect with the heart. There are a few ways that may help you. You could choose to touch the middle of your chest with one of your hands and really feel the sensations of touch between your hand and your heart. Helps you to bring your focus there. Or else you could just tune in a little bit more into hearing or feeling the sounds or the sensations of your heartbeats in your chest. Just bringing all of your attention inside your body, noticing your heart, becoming aware of your heart. And now to help with keeping our focus here in the heart, we're just going to imagine as if our breath is flowing in and out directly through the heart. So here, keep breathing in a natural way through your nose. So realistically, it's more your lower belly that expands and contracts when you breathe in and out. But you imagine as if your breath is flowing in and out through your heart. Just to help keep your focus there. And then we'll just start breathing a little bit slower and deeper than we usually do. So in a rhythm that is steady, steady and comfortable. You're just balancing the rhythm of your breathing, making it as regular as you can, as balanced. And we're going to do that for a minute or two together in silence, just to help calm down and getting quiet before the next part of this meditation. Keep your focus in the heart. Visualize your breath flowing in and out through the heart. And just breathe a little slower and deeper than usual. Okay. So from this state of calm now that this breathing helps us to achieve, we're now going to start the more reflective part of this meditation. So first, we are going to remind ourselves of the direction that we are intending for our future. So whether it's your vision for your life, if you're clear on that, or if it's a little too abstract or far away, maybe some goals that you're currently working towards. Just remind yourself of the general direction for the future that you're on, or that you at least intend to be on. Where is the direction that you're moving forward to? What is the direction you want to reach in a short or long term? Here we're just reminding ourselves of the targets, so to speak. What does it look like? How far away is it? The target in the future, ideally, where we want to go. And once we've done that, now we are going to compare the recent past and just notice if we are already on the right trajectory, or maybe if we need to make adjustments. So let's first compare where we're at. So to do that, we're gonna imagine that we're turning ourselves towards the recent past, and we're gonna observe and reflect on everything that worked well or not so well in the last week. So just imagine as if you're able to face your recent past. If it helps, you can imagine that you're also able to float above your timeline. So you have a bird's eye view. And from there, just notice in all the areas of your life that are important to you, what works well, what doesn't, what didn't work well, what did work well, what are the things that you enjoyed and you want more of, that you want to nurture, maintain, expand on, and all the things that you'd rather change and course correct, let go of, anything that you'd want less of. And here, just be careful to also notice and make a distinction between results and the journey that takes you to the result. Sometimes if you don't meet the result that you expected, you might feel like discarding the whole process. Before you do that, always look at the journey that took you there. Maybe there were some aspects of it that were very enriching or nurturing, pleasant. And so don't throw babies out with the bathwater. And similarly, sometimes we achieve results and we're happy with those, but the process that took us there was awful. So notice if that happened as well. And just notice what maybe you're learning, what you would be learning from that. That maybe you'd want to more of the same results, but achieved in a different way. So again, we'll just give ourselves a few minutes to do that and reflect. So I'll give us at least a good 2 minutes, and then I'll let you know when we're ready for the next part. And let's give ourselves one more minute. Okay. So we're gonna finish that part of our reflections with one question. If last week or a version of last week was to repeat itself into the future over and over, do you get a sense that it would bring you closer or in alignment with your goals and your vision? Or is it slightly off track? So no need to be extremely precise, just getting a general sense that if you keep going without any major changes, are you already on track for your goals and your vision, or does it need some adjustments? Maybe you're on track, but it feels slow. Or maybe it's not on track at all. Just notice. And maybe you've initiated some changes, but it's early stages and it's hard to tell whether it's pointing in the right direction yet. So just make a note of what you're noticing. And now, whatever the answer was, we're just gonna make sure that the week that is starting today is as well aligned as possible with the direction that you want to have in your life. So to do that, let's first invite our imagination to play with us. And now we're gonna design in our own minds, with our imagination, the best possible scenario for the week that is starting today. So having fun, dreaming big. And for this, I always suggest that we start by imagining ourselves first at our best. Meaning when we are full of energy. So imagine if you're not feeling like that right now, just imagine that you're full of energy. You're bursting with ideas. You make decisions easily. You're taking action with motivation, excitement. You're being productive. You're basically in a sense of flow. So just imagine what it feels like and what you're able to create when you're in such a state. And from that place, just imagine what does the week look like, feels like, and sounds like all the things you're making happen, whether it's producing results tangibly or creating connections with people. I mean, there's loads of things on your to-do list that get done. Maybe you're starting on projects or starting to give form to ideas that had only been ideas so far, but now you're taking more definite action to bring them to life. So just notice, just imagine, what does the week look like when you're like this? And as you're imagining yourself in this flow and what you're creating, what you're making happen, you will, of course, notice that as we are not living in a desert island, there are other people involved in our lives. So just imagine as well how the flow that you've created is also impacting the people that you're interacting with. So when you're in the flow, what happens with the people around you? Just imagine what that can look like. Imagining like a ripple effect going into the world through the layers of people that are in your life. You might start with the people the closest to you. And it's like a ripple effect from family and friends and co-workers, colleagues, to the people you meet in shops or strangers in the street. When you're in that flow, how are you impacting the world around you? Just noticing, what does that wave looks like? What does your week look like now with all of this positivity that you're bringing into the world? So give yourself a moment to imagine how you're impacting layers of people. You can also have fun imagining beyond how the people impact the people in their lives. Literally, like a snowball effect. You impact a small number, and that small number impact another larger number. Just notice like ripples on the lake, how your positive flow is expanding into the world. And as you're doing that, take your time, but slowly but surely allow yourself to, or allow your imagination to show you what is going to look like as reward or harvest from this positive flow that you've created in the world. So what does it look like after impacting people in this way? Like maybe decisions that were not in your direct control are being made that benefits you and everyone around. Maybe it's creating opportunities that are coming back your way. People impacting people in a positive way. And down the line, what benefits, what synchronicities and possibilities and opportunities are possibly opening up for you and for the people around you in a way that generates win-wins, in a way that creates a positive impact. Maybe it means that some things that used to be blocked are unblocking for you. Maybe it means unexpected surprises, new doors opening. It might also mean that you hear about wonderful opportunities that other people are benefiting from as well around you. So it feels like everyone is winning. So what does your week looks like and feels like and sounds like when all of these positive opportunities ripple back towards you and the people around you? Allow yourself to imagine what that could look like. What can possibly enter your experience as a result of the flow that you've created? A flow that rippled beyond yourself. Again, do not restrict yourself. Let your imagination go wild. What surprises might come your way, unexpected opportunities that might look totally random. And they might look random, but that's because you've impacted in such a wide radius that now the possibilities that are a consequence of this seem like they have no direct connection with you. But in fact, they do. Like your energy that you've projected into the world is coming back to you in different shapes and forms. Okay. And to finish this part of our creation, imagination, we're gonna set an intention. Just noticing that right now we're imagining within the paradigm that our imagination is able to imagine in, based on things that we already know, things that we're already experienced in the past, things that we know are possible. But now opening ourselves up to the awareness that there is so much more possible out there than what we already know, and deciding that now we're also open and willing to experience opportunities that are beyond everything that we've been able to imagine so far. So here we are expanding the box that we're in and deciding that if and when we're coming across opportunities that look widely different from what we're used to or what we're familiar with, we will, of course, recognize these opportunities and welcome them into our experience, which means that we're detaching from knowing or expecting how things may happen for us, how possibilities might look like. They might look wildly different than what you're able to think about right now. So just allow yourself to make that decision that yes, you're aware it might look different and you're okay with that. And once we've done that, now I'm going to invite you to notice how you are feeling. We've just imagined the best possible scenarios for the week that's starting today. What does that feel like? Remember, your mind doesn't really know the difference between real or imagined. So right now, what does it feel to be living our best week? Maybe there are sensations or feelings that are very familiar. You can name them, you know exactly how you feel, or maybe it's a little bit more subtle, as in you're feeling it in your body, you're not quite sure if it's excited or passionate, or if it's serene or content. It doesn't matter. As long as you can feel it, we are going to expand on it. So now I'm going to invite you to just imagine or visualize as if those sensations, those feelings are flowing in and out through your heart with each breath. Every time you breathe in, these sensations, these feelings, these emotions are flowing into yourself through your heart. And every time it makes you feel them with more intensity, as if you're filling up your whole system, you're filling your tank with the energy of those sensations, to the point that after a few breaths, it's nearly as if your cells are vibrating to this tune. And also, now on your out breath, every time you breathe out, just imagine as if these sensations are also radiating out into the world, into the space around you and in front of you. It's nearly as if when you inhale, those sensations are like a warm candle, little flame, and you feel its warmth inside of you when you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, the flame illuminates the space in front of you and around you. So you feel the warmth when you breathe in, and you see the light expanding, radiating when you breathe out. And every time you breathe in and out, you're noticing that all of these sensations are getting stronger and stronger. The warmth is getting warmer, the light is getting brighter. As a matter of fact, every time you breathe out, this light is getting so bright that it's turning like a laser beam. It is so intense. As now it's like a laser that is so powerful that it is now literally carving out a space in front of you. It's designing and carving a portal, a doorway right in front of you. A portal that's not just a portal through space, but also a portal through time. As now you realize that you've just opened up a doorway into the future. You've opened up a portal to a new reality, a new timeline, call it a new dimension, where all the possibilities on the other sides are everything you need to reach your vision, to reach your goals. Everything is aligned. Everything is supportive. So now we're going to get ready to step through that portal. You know where you're going. So just imagine as if in your mind's eyes, you're standing up, taking a few steps towards the portal, put one foot through it, and then your body through it, and then your other foot, and that is it. You are now standing on the other side of this portal. And as you realize you're on the other side, you're also noticing that the portal has disappeared, disintegrated, and with it, the pathway to the past is also dissolved. Your past timeline is no more. So just now enjoy for a moment connecting with this new timeline, this new reality, this new version of you and your timeline. Taking some deep breath. With each inhale, you are now connecting with all of these possibilities that are available to you, and breathing out gratitude. Gratitude that this is all real and that this is happening. You are now in this new version of reality, a version that is perfectly aligned with your goals, with your vision, a version of reality where all possibilities are available to you. And again, just notice any shifts in your sensations. Maybe feeling a little bit even more expanded. Maybe feeling that your cells are vibrating to an even sharper tune. With each in-breath and out-breath, you're connecting with all these new possibilities, and all of your body is reacting to it. You're turning yourself into a magnet or a tuning fork as you're adjusting to this new version of reality. And so now we're going to make sure that we are completely anchoring ourselves into this version of time and space, and in a way that will allow us as well to remind ourselves if we need it throughout the week. So we're going to create an anchor, a physical gesture that will help us connect and reconnect when we need it with this version of reality. So I'm going to invite you now to bring your thumb and index fingers on your right hand together and press your fingers together. Just noticing the points of contact, the pressure between your fingers on your right hand. Do that a few times. And then immediately do that the exact same with your left hand. Thumb and index finger together, pressing your fingers together, noticing the point of pressure, noticing the point of contact in your between your fingers. And then straight away now, do it on both sides at the same time. And this time, focus on finding a point of perfect or near perfect equilibrium between your right hand and left hand, finding the exact same pressure between your fingers on both hands. Give yourself all of your attention and give as much focus on the right and on the left, finding that point of balance, of equilibrium. And as you're doing this, your mind has no choice but to be 100% present on your fingers, on this point of equilibrium. And as it's 100% present in the present, it has no choice but now releasing any grip on the past. Your mind now has no choice but to unlearn, let go of, unplug from the past timeline. And now it's fully present. So keep your focus on this point of equilibrium. Your mind is now fully present, fully focused, and fully accepting that this is now the new version of reality for you. For you, for your body, for your mind, for your psyche, for your soul, for your energy. Once you've done that, if you want to, you can release the pressure and play with it again. Release your fingers, join them again, finding that point of pressure again. Every time reinforcing the connection with this new version of time and space for you. Okay, and once you've done that a few times, make sure you agree with yourself that if you feel you need it at any stage during the week, you will use this anchor again, using it to bring yourself back on track. And so then once we've done that, we're ready to finish this meditation and bring ourselves back, this time in this new present. And so rub your hands until they're warm. Place them at the top of your head. And now we're gonna touch every part of our body as if we want to remind ourselves of the boundaries of our physical body. So starting with our head, face, and scalp, down our neck, and down our shoulders, and our arms, and then back on the shoulders, this time touching the front of your body, torso, abdomen. Then back underneath the armpits this time, and on the sides, touching your rib cage all the way down to your hips. And then as much as you can, touching now the back, going all the way down your spine as much as you can, and all the way down to your sit bones. And now from your hips, down your thighs, your knees, and your lower legs up until your feet. And here, if you can touch your feet, perfect. But if you cannot, just press your feet into the floor. Again, like we've done at the start. Noticing the point of contact between your feet and the floor. And grounding yourself again into the earth. Sending a moment of gratitude to the earth for allowing our experience as human form, human life on this plane of existence. And once you've done all of that, then you're all set. And I'm going to wish you a great week. Remember to use your anchor if and when you need it. And enjoy, have fun, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.